Good morning, everyone. Today, we're diving into an exciting topic: emergent learning. We'll explore how education can adapt through dynamic interactions, focusing on self directed and adaptive learning processes. Together, we'll uncover the nature, key characteristics, practical applications, and the many benefits this approach offers in transforming the way we learn. I'm looking forward to sharing these insights with you. Let's get started. Emergent learning is all about how knowledge and skills grow in a natural way, rather than sticking to strict, predetermined curriculum. Instead of following a fixed path, learning happens through complex interactions and experiences. One of the key characteristics of emergent learning is that it happens spontaneously. As learners interact with their environment and with each other, they create unique learning pathways that evolve and change dynamically. This approach acknowledges that learning isn't always linear or predictable. It's an organic process shaped by real time engagement and discovery. When we talk about emergent learning, there are four key characteristics that really define the process. First, it's self directed. This means learners are in the driver's seat. They choose what they want to learn and how they want to go about it, giving them more ownership and motivation. Next, it's adaptive. The learning experience isn't rigid. It shifts and evolves based on the learner's context, their experiences, and the feedback they receive along the way. Another important aspect is that emergent learning is nonlinear. Progress doesn't follow a straight path or a fixed sequence. Instead, it's often unpredictable, with learners exploring different directions and sometimes circling back as they build understanding. Finally, emergent learning is complex. It's influenced by a mix of factors: the social environment, cognitive processes, and the physical or digital surroundings, all interacting in dynamic ways. These characteristics together make emergent learning a flexible and rich process deeply tailored to each individual's journey. Emergent learning can be seen in several everyday situations. First, think about how children acquire language. They don't learn by memorizing rules in a classroom, but rather through natural social interactions and being immersed in their communities. This kind of learning unfolds organically as they pick up words and syntax by listening and engaging with others. Another example is collaborative problem solving within teams. When team members share ideas and adapt their strategies together, they create solutions that none of them might have come up with individually. This dynamic process highlights how learning emerges from the collective interaction. Then we have skill development through experimentation. Individuals often acquire new abilities by trying out different tools, technologies, or methods on their own terms, exploring what works and what doesn't. This hands on exploration is a powerful way to learn and grow. Finally, organic learning occurs in informal settings, outside traditional classrooms. Whether it's through hobbies, casual conversations, or everyday experiences, learning happens naturally without formal lessons. These examples all show how emergent learning thrives in real world, interactive environments. Emergent learning is important because it really boosts creativity. By encouraging exploration and innovation, it helps learners think outside the box and come up with new ideas. It also enhances critical thinking by moving beyond just memorizing facts. Instead, learners actively engage in dynamic problem solving, which makes their thinking sharper and more adaptable. Perhaps most importantly, emergent learning empowers individuals to be autonomous. This means they develop the confidence and flexibility needed to handle complex, real world challenges on their own, which is a crucial skill in today's ever changing environment. Emergent learning takes place in a variety of settings. In formal education, it's often seen through project based and inquiry driven approaches, where students learn by exploring and solving real world problems rather than just memorizing facts. In the workplace, training programs that promote self guided development and continuous improvement help employees adapt and grow organically. Artificial intelligence is another fascinating area, where systems learn and evolve by processing ongoing data and interactions, not just following fixed rules. Finally, emergent learning is a key part of lifelong learning, happening outside of traditional classrooms and supporting both personal and professional growth throughout our lives. Each of these areas highlights how learning can evolve naturally and dynamically. When we compare traditional and emergent learning, we see two distinct approaches. Traditional learning is typically structured and teacher directed, following a clear, linear progression where students move step by step through predefined content. This method provides consistency and clear expectations. On the other hand, emergent learning is much more flexible and learner centered. It encourages discovery through interaction and experience, allowing for a nonlinear development that adapts to the learner's needs and interests. What's important to understand is that emergent learning doesn't replace traditional methods. It complements them by creating more opportunity for learners to engage in self motivated and adaptive pathways. This combination can foster deeper understanding and greater creativity.